And so now I will ask Ms. Rachel Blaney to take the floor.
Come back to Ms. Perron and Ms. Park again around another issue, and I'd just like to hear if you've heard of this. I've been hearing from more and more veterans who, in the transitioning period, are really having a hard time getting housing. And it seems to be a growing concern, especially with the cost of housing. And I'm just wondering if you're hearing the same thing and what the impact would be on transition. And then the other part that I think is really important is, and I haven't heard any testimony on it yet, is around single veterans. The other thing that I've been hearing a lot is when single veterans leave and they're in the position of transition, they don't really get the same level of support, and there's no resources for them to have a support person to come with them to do things that sometimes a spouse or a child would be able to do. So I'm just wondering if you could talk about if you're hearing anything about the transition period in housing and those realities for single veterans.
If you have an answer right away.
Yep, I do. So yes, I have heard those things. I've heard it especially from single mothers who are veterans and have transitioned and have had difficulty finding a new home. Most of them would like to buy a house. They've never had a chance to really build equity because they've moved around so much, and also interest rates that were locked in 5 years ago, but then you've had to move and now get a new interest rates. It's also a challenge for these women. So yes, it is absolutely a problem.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That is the nature of the work.
Yeah.
That you're not in one place. You are not putting down roots. I don't know if we can say that it's unique to the military, this portability that means people don't have the equity. They don't have... So I don't know that it's unique to the military, but the number of single women, and particularly as they are aging, who are more financially at risk, I think is a flag that we don't know, we haven't done any work on. So I think it's more we don't know what, but there are several researchers in gerontology who I'm in contact with, and we're going to be looking at that question of single women as they age, because we don't know.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.